Hello, Care Boxing Sports fans. Welcome to another edition of the Monday Boxing Madness, where we talk or we discuss everything boxing. We talk about boxing news. We talk about the boxing highlights, and of course, we talk about the things, the particular few things that are making the important news around the world, and we discuss the upcoming fights that will be coming up over the weekend too as well. I'm your boy Kofi Basi Jr. and one of your hosts on K Sports Boxing. We are here every Monday, and on Friday, my co-host will be here with African Boxing on Max, where he discusses everything that you need to know about boxing promotions. On my show, I talk about what's going to happen, over the weekend, and we also talk about what happened over the last weekend. It's your boy Kofi Basi Jr. right here again. I'm excited to talk to you about one of the fighters, the biggest fighters in Ghana, who is about to make his debut like outside Ghana, and I'm so excited to talk to you about it. We'll dig and dive directly into it. But before we do that, I'll take my first breather, and when we come, we'll first talk about the boxing highlights, and then we'll look at the news, and then we'll jump right into the schedule. Stick and stay with me, don't go too far. It's the Monday Boxing Madness. So let's start right from Africa. Over the weekend, the IBA Championship was, I would say, like debuted in Africa, in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, and we had like some fantastic talents exhibit or fight on the card. We had like Olympians in the name of Patrick, who was on the card, and he ultimately won the IBA title in the 55 kg category. But apart from him, we also had like some Ghanaian fighters on the card. We had like Theophilus Alote, we have Joseph Kome, who also fought on that card. As well, we also had a couple of fighters from Nigeria also compete on that fight on the card. I'm talking about Patricia Impa, who was on the card, and she did like a brilliant and a fantastic fight, and then she even won the fight in the process. Let me talk to you about it, and then I'll start from the camp of Patricia because what she did over last weekend was incredible. She defeated her Mozambican opponent by the name Radi Adosinda, in the night at Addis Ababa. So the Nigerians secured the victory on that night. An amazing performance from Patricia. I mean, she's a talent that many Nigerians are expecting to, bring some glory or some laurel to Nigeria in the near future. And if you look at the fight, or if you get a peek at the fight, then the performance that she put together or she put up against the Mozambican, I think it's fair that Nigerians are expecting something from her. She went through the process of trying to qualify for the Olympic Games, but then she didn't make it. But the good thing was she was still there, and then trying to bargain experience ahead of the qualifier, which is going to come up very soon. That is if Olympics, the IOC allows like boxing to come. I mean, the boxing discipline to continue in the next Olympic Games in LA. So yeah, Patricia was in action. She secured a win, and also Patrick Chiemba. I mean, it's not a name that is new if you love African boxing. I mean, this guy went to Paris and did a fantastic job for himself, for his brand, for his country. I mean, what this Zambian did was amazing. Of course, he didn't get the ultimate, but like he really put on a show for the people in boxing, or for the boxing world to recognize that he's really got something under his sleeve, and that he deserves the mandate, or he deserves the opportunity on the big stages. So what did he do on Sunday night in Addis Ababa? He stopped Theophilus Alote, one of the. I mean, by the way, Theophilus Alote is a very good boxer, a very promising talent from Ghana. And yeah, I think his performance was not enough because Patrick Chiemba was just too brilliant and too sharp and too intelligent than him on the night. He was able to beat him to become the IBA Africa lightweight champion. I mean, I was trying to get a footage to play. I don't know if it is ready, but if it is, I will play it for you to see. I mean, what he did. I mean, he just stopped him. Let's just end it there. I mean, he just stopped him. I think he was too sharp. He was too fast. He was too brilliant. I mean, and the way the fight ended, I think it was just fair. I mean, so congratulations to the Zambian Patricia Chiemba for securing a victory in Addis Ababa over the weekend. And in Ghana, we also bagged a victory in the name of Joseph Kome. He beat his colleague from Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, in his own country. So he beat him at the end of the of 8 rounds of boxing. There was no title on this one, but he really did well. I think in Ghana, I always say Joseph Kome is a talent to watch because he's a very good boxer. He's brilliant. He's skillful, and hopefully he'll be able to qualify for the Olympic Games coming up in LA. But at a stand, he's the reigning um, gold medalist from Africa in the last African Games that happened in Ghana, and it didn't come as a surprise to me when I saw him beat his Ethiopian counterpart in his home. He's just a phenomenal fighter, and congratulations to Patrick for securing that win in Addis Ababa. So now moving away from Africa, we jump right into Europe. So over the weekend, this the Ghanaian with the title on his shoulder and the name of Denzel Bentley was in action. He took on also like I would say a Nigerian, uh, Osase, Derek Osase or Del Boy Osase who's also based in Nottingham. So actually, these two guys are basically like British fighters. But I'm just saying, I just use them in Nigeria for the purpose of like the rivalry that we have going on between the two of us. But yeah, I mean they put up a very fantastic performance at the York Hall, and at the end of 2 rounds, uh, Denzel Bentley was too sharp, was too quick, was too powerful. I mean, he just delivered a fantastic. I'll say like he just put an uppercut that Del Boy didn't see coming at all, and then he secured the win on the night after 2 rounds of boxing. Let me just play. Just let's just watch this clip of how he got the knockout, and then we'll jump right back in. I mean, it was just too fast, too quick, too sharp. Yeah, he got a win against Double Sassi um, last weekend or just this past Saturday at the York Hall, and he defended his title. That's what you see on the shoulder at the moment, and it was a very good fight, and I think um, Denzel is looking to move on to bigger things now after this fight. Hopefully, he's putting like the division on notice, and hopefully he gets the big title or he get a big fight again to be able to go compete for the world laurels. So yeah, congratulations again to Denzel Bentley for getting the win last weekend over his counterpart from Nottingham or Nigeria. I'll say that, yeah. And then another fight that we talked about, or another event that we talked about last week that was going to happen was the fight between Mbili and then Davinchenko. I mean, the fight was like was a cracker. First of all, after 12 rounds of boxing, and we definitely had a winner. And let me play this song for you too as well, and then we'll talk about it after that. I mean, you have to really give to Devenchenko because he got injured in the process of this fight, but then he still fought through the fight. It tells you the kind of warrior that he is. Um, so Christian Mbili was just was just too powerful on the night, and now of course with an injured like Devenchenko, he had like the advantage, and he took. I mean, I say he really took advantage of it to butcher him, to really really beat him, to be able to secure the fight. Don't forget that Devenchenko has been like or is a three times world title challenger, and so he's not like an easy fight or an easy opponent at all. But the Cameroonian based no the Cameroonian born Canadian was just too strong for him on the night, and then he was able to secure the victory after 10 rounds of boxing. He got a unanimous decision victory after the fight. And from there, I moved directly to Sena Agbeko. So Ghana's Sena Agbeko was also in action on that same card. I mean, he also got knocked out in round 2. Just look at this tape and then we talk about it after. So yeah, that was right there. I mean, the way the fight ended, and then after Sanagbeko was taking too many punches and not, responding or not giving back, and the referee felt like he's had enough, so it was best for him to stop the fight. I mean, of course, when Osley knocked him down or knocked Sanagbeko down, he got up on his feet. Tells you the warrior and the kind of mentality that he has, that he didn't want to give up. But of course, the referee also felt like he needed to get out of there, get out safe, and hopefully, sound, and then can compete another day. So yeah, that's how the fight ended. In round 2, Senat Beko got knocked out, or I'll say fight was waved off in round 2 whilst the fight was going on. So guys, there you have it. There, these are some of the fights that happened over the weekend, and I feel like I should discuss with you. Senat Beko lost round 2 against Osley. The name is Iglesias. He lost against that's the opponent that Senat Beko lost against, and of course Sergey Devenchenko also lost against Mbili Christian Mbili, and Desi Bertley got a win against Del Boy Osase, and those were the international fights. And on the local side, we have like John Comey, who was able to get a win for Ghana in Ethiopia, and of course we also had like Teflosat Alute going to fight against Patrick Chiembe, who fell up shocked and who got knocked out in round 2, and then the Nigerian star, or the Nigerian girl, who is currently like trying or making sure that she gets herself into the Olympic Games in LA, in the name of Patricia, also in action in she was in action in Ethiopia as well, and then she was also able to secure the victory for herself as well. So guys, those are the fight that came up over the weekend, and I'll take my next breather, and when I come, I'm going to talk to you about the news, and then I'll mix it up with the fight schedule coming up over the weekend. Stay with me, don't go too far. I'm here. All right, so news. Let's talk about news. On a sad note, um, Luis Alberto Lopez, who took on a fight against Angelo Leo 2 weeks ago. I mean, we were here. We talked about this fight. I mean, such an impressive like a knockout. After the fight, it so happened that Luis Alberto Lopez suffered a small brain bleed, and he was hospitalized after that particular fight. And the good thing is that he's receiving treatment, and so we are hopeful that he's going to like get better and get fit soon. But yeah, this is what we tell you when we say that you don't joke boxing, and or we don't play with boxing. And of course, it's a very dangerous sport, and people lose their life in the process. And so, shout out and respect to all boxers or any other athletes who steps into their field to be able to give us the entertainment that people want. Especially for us boxing, we really appreciate the courage and then the entertainment you guys give us in the ring. And we are hoping that Luis Lopez, feels better and gets stronger, and return back home to his family and friends, and of course people around the world who love boxing. And that's a sad note there, and we just hope that he feels better in the coming days. And the second item making news around the world is the fact that Turkey Alexal has made, his or expressed his opinion or his interest to want to work with Inoue. He said, "I want to know. I want this guy. I think all the people need to see him because now he's only known by the people in Japan and some fans outside Japan. I think that fighter can be a very big name if he goes outside Japan. So that's what Turkey is saying, that he feels like Inoue will be a monster outside Japan as well. He feels like the demographic of people who know him are people who just are in Japan, but he feels like if he steps outside his comfort zone, or outside Japan, I think his name will go big. I somehow agree with him because many fans feel like Inoue he's only great because he's fighting in his hometown. But I think we would not have said much of that if he was an American anyway, because most Americans fight in America anyway. But I mean, it will be fair to see him, compete outside America. And now with all the big fights happening either in America or UK or in the Saudi Arabias, I think it will be good for us to see him, go compete there. So we hope that with Turkey saying this will also like fall on the ears of Naoya Inoue. Not that he's obliged to want to go fight over there, but I mean, if he's able to step outside of his comfort zone to go fight in Saudi Arabia or in America, so I think it will be very good for his brand. So let's see how things go. We'll follow this news very keenly, and hopefully, if anything happens, we'll also update you on the Monday Boxing Madness with me, Kofi Basie Jr. And the last thing that is making news around the world is the fact that the gold Olympic medalist from the just ended Olympic Games, Imani Khalif, lawyers, so they've revealed that they are trying to sue J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk, and some other notable public figures. They're trying to sue them for alleged aggravated cyber harassment over her gender eligibility controversy at the just ended Olympic Games. I mean, we all know how this story went. We all know how she was ridiculed for being a man, and how boxing fans felt about the fact that they felt like he was a he, but then eventually, I mean, the Olympic or the IOC came up to clear her name up, and then she was also motivated to win her gold medal, and she did it in the process. And after the whole event, she felt this way, so to target or to go after the people that were spreading, or I would say like harassing her on the internet, and she starts by targeting the top dog, Elon Musk, and among others. So yeah, those are the things that are making the news or making the headlines at the moment. And of course, I can't leave without saying that yesterday there was a face-off between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, a very brilliant one. I mean, you could see Mike Tyson very hyped and very pumped, ready to go, and we hope that this time Mike Tyson will not pull out of the fight. I mean, even if you watch the press conference, there was a time that the journalists were asking him if he feels okay, if his health is okay, and then he confirmed that now he feels better. He feels like his health it's okay, and then he's really, really ready to go. And so we're going to follow that news also closely. Yesterday, press conference in New York was fantastic. It was crazy. The fans were there. They were just chanting Mike Tyson's name, and it's just good to see him back. And hopefully, he can give boxing fans a piece of or a shadow of what he used to be back, in the 90s when Mike Tyson was the beast that he was. So yeah, Mike Tyson is going to return live on Netflix against Jake Paul. That fight, which was cancelled because of his health reasons, the fight is back on. And fight schedule, what do I have for you? So many Ghanaian boxing fans will know this guy. On my right, which is your left, which is Wasiri Mohammed. After a very long layoff, Wasiri Mohammed has jumped back into the ring. Um, Last month he was in action, and then he secured a win, and this win has set him up for great things. And in the process, he secured another fight happening in Germany, and he'll be taking on one of Germany's like fantastic fighter in the name of Bihar Barakat. The fight is going to happen at the Telecom Dome in Germany on 21st of September 2024. So basically next month, Wasiu Mohammed will be making his debut outside Ghana because most of his fights he fights in Ghana. He hasn't really fought outside Ghana, and so this will be the very first time he's going to fight outside his comfort zone, outside the confines of his boxing fans, outside the Buko Boxing Arena, outside Fit Square Gym, outside the National Sports Stadium, and this time he'll be going as a challenger this time because usually he's the one that the fighters outside the world come to compete in Ghana, and he's done very well for himself. He's beaten all the opponents that they put across him. I think he has about 80 to 90% knockout ratio, and so it tells you how great of a fighter that he is. And for over a year or so, he's been in and out of the ring, but now he's really back and he's getting his career like back on track. If you look at the rankings in Ghana, he's the number 2 in the lightweight division, and so that tells you that even though he's had like a very long layoff, he's still like a name to be reckoned in Ghana. So guys, if you're a boxing fan and you know who Wasiru Muhammad is, I'm sure you're going to be very excited to see him back in the ring. Wasiru will be fighting in Germany on the 21st of September, and his opponent is Barakat, like I said. And this event is promoted by Prime Fighting Germany. I mean, obviously, going into an enemy's territory, he's going to go there like as the underdog. But I mean, I expect I have a lot I have like high expectations of him, and I know even though he's going as an underdog, he's going to really like do wonders and get out of there victorious. So I mean, for the many African and Ghanaian boxing fans who love boxing, I mean, who are in Germany, I'll urge you guys all to go watch Wasiu Mohammed when he gets to Germany to go compete, and also to support him, to boost his morale to be able to get a win against Barakat on Saturday night. It will be on a Saturday night, but it's going to be like in a month's time, so 21st of September. I'll be here on KBox TV, on KA Sports, where I'll be talking about the fight regularly. I'll also try and see whether I'll be able to get Wasiu himself on the line, and then we can also have a chit chat with him and then see where his preparations is going and everything. I already had a conversation with his manager, and he assured me that the guy is in the best of spirits, best of shapes, and he knows that there's nothing that they are going to leave there without a lose. He is very confident that Wasiu is going to come back with a win. And so we just hope and pray that he'll be able to get that win from there. Of course, I'm sounding more of a fan than I'm supposed to, but it's just because I know what Wasiu can do and what he represents for the people of Kokomlemle and Seko, Tikto Lane, and all those places. So I'll urge him to take this seriously, and hopefully when he gets to Germany, he'll be able to put up a fantastic fight. We're trying to see whether we can get all the exclusives and be with him whilst he jets into Germany to come to fight. And if that happens, I mean, we'll bring you guys all the exclusive and all the interviews that we'll be able to get with Wasiu when he lands in Germany to come fight. that's where I'm going to end it. But I also want you to know that this coming Saturday, the biggest legend or one of the the best to fight or to compete or to one of the greatest boxers that we've ever have, who is still alive and still competing, but not like professionally, but as an entertainer now, I'll say that it's which is like in the name of Floyd Mayweather. He'll be fighting this weekend. He'll be taking on John Gotti in the third, in an exhibition fight. We all know how the first one went, and they were able to secure like a rematch. So this fight is going to happen this weekend, and hopefully, when this fight happens and we get the results, we'll be back here to discuss that one too with you as well. So yeah, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching to this level. We really appreciate you. If you haven't followed us on our socials, please do. Just go on YouTube, type K Sports Boxing, and follow us there. We are also big on Facebook. It's the same K Sports Boxing. Hop on Twitter. It's K Sports Boxing. Hop on Instagram. It's K Sports Boxing. Hop on TikTok. It's the same K Sports Boxing. Of course, we are on Thread as well. We are on all the social media platforms. Just go there, type K Sports Boxing, and then follow us. And then and every Monday between these hours, I'm always on the screen bringing you the mad or bringing you the updates, and of course also talking to you about the schedules that's going to happen over the weekend, and as well I talk to you about the highlights and the things that happen over the weekend as well. Um, Hopefully this Friday night, my co-host will be able to make it to bring another episode of the African Boxing on Max, where he discusses things that you need to know about boxing. And so stay with on all of stick and stay with us on all of our channels, and we'll bring you nothing but the best of entertainment in the and nothing short of like boxing news and the things that are making like the waves in the boxing world. I'm your boy Kofi Basi Jr., and I really appreciate you for watching to this far. I'll be back with you again, God willing, Monday. But until then, have a very good evening. Bye.